All right, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. Just welcoming in my guides, angels, and ancestors with the intention that this video greet anyone in need of some support or healing at this time. Just allow this video to guide and support them in a very expansive way. All right, guys, welcome to your December 18th through the 23rd energy update. Thank you in advance to everyone who likes, shares, comments. Every time you interact with the video, it really does help the creator. So I just wanted to say thank you. All right. The beginning of the week, the 18th, we've got the moon in Pisces from Aquarius. And then on the 19th, it moves into Aries. On the 21st, we've got Yule, summer solstice. The sun also enters Capricorn on the 21st at 10:27 p.m. Eastern time. Check your, arrange for your own timeline. And then on the 23rd, Mercury enters Sagittarius and also forms a square with Saturn and Neptune, I believe. Without looking at my notes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And keep in mind that Mercury is also still in retrograde. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So what I'm going to do for the weekly energy update is I'm just going to go through all of these transits that I just talked about a little bit, and then we will do a collective reading. And if I have time, I will pull for each of the zodiac signs as well, just some advice. All right, let's get started. I felt like there's something else I was supposed to say, but it'll come if it's necessary. All right, so we got the moon in Pisces at the beginning of the week. Pisces is a ruler of altered states of reality. So things like meditation, prayer, maybe even like drugs or alcohol are going to be really on the collective's list of cravings at this time. So you're craving something deeper at an emotional level. So just be aware that before you go pulling for something that might be a little unhealthy, just keep in mind that, damn, I did that again. I forgot that if I put that too far back, it starts to burn my thing. I'm like smelling it burn. Shit. Coming back, sorry. Just keep in mind that you can pull for more healthy things. Okay? Meditation is going to be really powerful at this time. Lucid dreaming, astral projection, for those that, whoever floats that boat. I don't know how to say it, my words. Oh my goodness. Just be mindful this week, okay? Especially at the beginning of the week. Basically anything that induces a trance-like state, or like allows us to escape maybe from the harshness of reality will do just fine. We're feeling fuzzy and vague and dreamy and nostalgic and wistful, right? Or even impressionable. Now too is when we're at our most spiritual. It's also when our boundaries are lowest. Okay, this sign pretty much erases boundaries. So, but we're also at our most compassionate and intuitive and sensitive. Okay, especially sensitive to loss at this time. It's a good time to attend a spiritual group or take place like in religious gatherings or rituals. Just be careful not to fall into the Neptunian trap of oversensitivity, which can make you feel hopeless or weak or depressed. Put this energy to its highest use by meditating or creating some kind of ritual, chanting, praying, yoga. Pay attention to your dreams as well. I don't know about you guys, but my dreams have been really bonkers this week. So write them down, and like I always say, check for metaphor. How is your dream a metaphor for what's playing out in your real life? And they're bringing attention now. My guides are bringing attention to real life. So I guess that would mean, you know, to not discredit how real your dreams actually are, or your other senses, your other modes of perception. Yeah, just because when I said real life, my guides just kind of pulled me in this direction, like, you know, what is real? What is reality? Okay, coming back. On the 19th, we've got the moon in Aries. So here's the moon at her fiery best. She's a red hot bullet of energy that knows only one way to operate, from point A to point B. The moon in Aries, you know, struts her stuff and storms around, inspiring everyone to feel bold, impulsive, extremely energetic. This is Mars' favorite sign, right? Mars is the Roman god of war. So you'll know when the moon's here without even checking your calendar. It's a 2-day period when suddenly everyone becomes feisty and maybe even argumentative. When nobody lets anyone step on their toes. Even the meekest among us aren't afraid to stand in their own defense, especially to protect your feelings or to defend someone we love. Competition of the fiercest sort will be in the air, and everyone will feel it. So be sure to only initiate a cause or project that you feel confident about, and one that you'll complete successfully, even if you run up against some opposition. Also, just want to point out, since Mercury is still retrograde, you may not want to start any big projects. It's really a good time to like focus on details, like work out the small things. But you know, they say maybe starting a big project is probably not the best idea, or signing any like very important contracts. But since Aries is the first sign, of course, it's a natural starting point for all kinds of projects, and a wonderful time a month to channel all of its like me first type energy. It channel into physical changes, styles of behavior on a personal level. Just watch out for the tendency to be impatient or impulsive or like super stress orientated, or you know, watch if you start losing interest in new endeavors before they're half done. Okay, and that's the hazard with Mercury retrograde is the chance of things not getting finished, completed, or like some details are left out. Okay, and then let's see, where are we at? Okay, so that's the moon in Aries, and then the 21st is a really big day, and honestly, I just feel like this is probably one of the most important days of the year. Just the energy of it, if you tap into it, there's something about December 21st that just has this shift in energy. And what it is the Earth's rotation, or the sun's rotation. It's the wobble. So the 21st is Yule, or summer solstice, right? And Yule is the pagan celebration of winter solstice, right? It's one of the oldest winter celebrations in the world. It celebrates the shortest day of the year. It also celebrates midwinter and the return of the sun. So it's a festival of rebirth, right? Gradually, Yuletide was extended to form a full 12 days. There's that magical number 12 again, between winter solstice and the beginning of the next solar year. And it's considered a very sacred period, belonging neither to the old year or to the new year, right? It's the end of the descent into darkness and the beginning of the return of light, as the days begin to get longer after the solstice. And I looked up some ways to celebrate Yule. So there's a list of 8. The first one is caroling, right? Christmas caroling. And it's so interesting. You look at these older holidays and how they've transformed into our modern day, right? So caroling, Christmas caroling. Why do I feel like I want to get a group of people together and literally go Christmas caroling? I know they do that like in the community out here. My daughter, I remember for Girl Scouts one year went Christmas caroling. Let me know in the comments if you've ever gone Christmas caroling. And if so, like, what was your experience with it? Or have you ever had somebody like show up at the door Christmas caroling? I would love to hear about your experiences. It's just super interesting to me. I just love the feeling of it. The second thing on the list was something called wassailing. And it's wassailing, right? And I looked that up because I'm like, what the hell is wassailing? Well, I guess it's drinking and singing. So they would drink a bunch of alcohol, get crunk, and and then go Christmas caroling. The third thing on the list is to burn the Yule log, and that was that's a big tradition with the pagans. The fourth thing is bonfire. Fifth thing is to walk in the woods at night. The sixth thing was to kiss under the mistletoe. The seventh was exchanging gifts. And the eighth thing was to celebrate Kris Kringle, which was the pagans' Santa Claus, basically. My guides are bringing me back to the Yule log, and the idea of burning the Yule log during the winter solstice is believed to date all the way back to early Germanic or Scandinavian paganism. The log was burned on the winter solstice, on the shortest and the darkest day of the year, when ancient people used to worry that the light may cease to exist. So they're burning it to bring the light, right? That was their ritual to bring more light into the world. And it's interesting how the idea of bringing light into a dark world would emerge later as a theme in Christianity, where Jesus is the bringer of the light. When Jesus resurrected for 3 days, and that's what the sun does. The sun comes to its lowest, and then after it stays the same for 3 days. I think I'm saying that right. I believe it stays the same for 3 days, and then it begins to rise again. It begins anew. So interesting how they've literally, astrotheology is really, really interesting. I actually did an interview with Micah Dank, and he takes the Bible and translated astrotheology, like with astrology. It's really interesting how much of the Bible is actually astrology, or stories of the stars. Anyway, coming back, candlelight and fire both play an important theme in Yule or winter solstice. The traditional holiday season, it can be hectic and stressful for families, but Yule's a good time to set intentions, and intentions that align with peace and love and harmony and increased happiness. Take time to celebrate. Make a meal, or take a walk at night. Walk through the woods if you have woods near you, or just share what you're thankful for with your family and friends. You'll find that you just get these energetic upgrades when you do take part in consciousness, in this beautiful conversation that is to be had with the universe, with spirit. It's beautiful. And then on the 21st, we also have the sun moving into Capricorn. Okay, so the sun represents individuality, charisma, your personality, your radiance, right? It seeks balance and harmony within your mind, body, and soul. The sun's energy gives you life and rules who you are physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's the conductor of your spirit, your soul's inner flame, right? Its insight provides courage to feel your confidence in what you love and care about, and it guides you in improving your life. So moving into, right, the sun is your potential, it's your radiance, it's your power, it's your personality, it's your vitality, it's your essence, and you're taking that and moving it into Capricorn, which is this energy of ambition, right? It's a cardinal earth sign, so it's very practical and motivated, witty. A Capricorn sun is composed, reliable, successful, organized, right? It's you're very ambitious at this time. You probably have a lot more focus and patience and dedication, and you're working hard when the sun, or you want to work hard, right? You're motivated to, and you're able to accomplish any goals that you set your mind on when the sun moves into Capricorn, so that you can gain stamina to achieve your destiny, right? Your essence is calm and cool with a probably dry sense of humor that breaks the ice when things have become maybe a little too intense, right? And as you strive for your carefully planned aspirations, right? Your talents are in your inventive, organized, trustworthy character. And by keeping your eyes on success and money, you can assure abundance in your life at this time. Yeah, it's just a very practical, hardworking, carefree, dedicated, successful vibe. Okay, so a really good time to get things done. You'll probably be feeling a lot more energy, more motivated on the 21st. Yeah, it's like I'm just seeing it as like a boost of energy. And then on the 23rd, we have Mercury moving into Sagittarius, joining Mars in Ceres. Now, normally, this can be a fruitful time. It's a time where open dialogue is valued and appreciated. Sag is mutable fire, right? So it's open to diplomatic discussion, right? It tends towards optimism. However, we have that square that's coming in on the 23rd, so Saturn and Neptune are in Pisces, which forms this uncomfortable square to Mercury. Now, Neptune square Saturn, you might have some problems with insecurity and anxiety that might not really have any apparent cause. Your grasp of reality can kind of slip away. You might feel a little disoriented or confused. Regardless of your material circumstances at this time, it's ultimately a very psychological transit that affects your moods and your views of the world to change. So any problems that you have now will probably have their origins in your own mind. That's the first principle to grasp with this transit. If you can handle its effect on your consciousness, you can handle anything. The chief problem is that you will begin to have fears and doubts that you're not adequate to handle your life, and you might feel like withdrawing from everything. But that's not a good idea, because you're going to need other people's points of views to balance your overly pessimistic views. However, if someone is contributing to the shakiness of your self-confidence, you should cut that person out of your life, at least for the present moment. Insecurity and lack in belief in yourself have the greatest effect on your job and your domestic life. Remember that you have the same rights and privileges to be yourself as anyone else has. Don't allow others to walk over you. But don't become so committed in a position on any matter that you can't let go of it without further damaging your belief in yourself. One important effect of this transit is that it takes away elements of your life that you've identified with. Property, possessions, opinions, or whatever. It shows you that your existence does not depend on being able to hold on to these elements. Okay. In fact, one manifestation of a Saturn-Neptune combination may be that you voluntarily give up all your material possessions for a self-denying aesthetic way of life, like a monk's, right? Although probably not so extreme. The best way to deal with this transit is just to see how much you can do without, right? You might be surprised at how little you actually need, and your burdens may be a little lighter as a result. The influence of Saturn can cause you to be preoccupied with the material, but Neptune square is a challenge to this aspect of Saturn. So at the time, you may not be very happy with the results, but it can be a positive experience once you get the initial fright. And then Mercury square Neptune, it's more confusion. So when your communications might be like misunderstood or perhaps not even delivered, be careful to formulate very precisely everything that you say to others. If there's any possibility of misunderstanding, it'll probably happen. Be wary of idolizing people or situations, right? Longing for the pie in the sky, right? You may have a great difficulty relating to the world as it is for real today. Daydreaming is one manifestation of this transit. It's a relatively mild one, of course, but make some effort to keep track of the world around you. You may feel inclined to keep a secret or hold back information in order to avoid a confrontation with someone. It's not a good idea to do this because it's only going to contribute to the fog of confusion and unclarity that surrounds you today. For the same reasons, avoid any misrepresentation or distortion of the truth. Even if you think it might be political I can't think of the word, but even if you think it might be okay to mislead someone. In every way, you should strive to keep all of your communications and thinking clear, lucid, factual, rooted in the real world on the 23rd. Because any tendency to do the opposite could get you into some unpleasant situations. It's a good transit for heavy mental work and for tasks that require disciplined thinking. Your critical faculties will be sharp but at the same time there's that confusion. So you may have high standards as well. You might not find it easy to communicate with others. Either you'll have like a difficulty being understood, or you'll give a more negative impression than you intended. It's not a good time for important negotiations or business transactions because communications between you and other parties will probably be delayed or misinterpreted as to cause a delay, right? Also, it'll be difficult to make the right kind of positive impression in such situations. So just delay personal contact until another day if it's important. Also, your present concern with criticism might make you dwell upon heavy or difficult thoughts, which could lead to depression or pessimism. So it's often difficult to think positively with this transit. There's just this strong tendency to feel lonely or even withdrawal into yourself rather than confront someone with whom you need to communicate. So instead of patching up your difficulties, you might find that you may say goodbye or at least think about doing so. So in order to lessen the negative side of this transit, you have to recognize that it's making you see the dark side of life, the imperfections, the flaws, rather than the positive side. Saturn has the effect of making you think that you're seeing the whole truth and that it's gloomy. But once you realize that you're seeing only part of the truth, you can make corrections for that. Your ability to think practically is a positive effect of this transit, but it could be perverted to a negative result. So no matter what kind of plan anyone proposes, you always want to know precisely how they're going to implement it. Okay? And make the same demand of yourself. Everything needs to be spelled out in detail. Do not let your practicality turn into narrow-mindedness or a total lack of vision. Certainly it would be better to work out the practical details of a project today rather than to lay down the general plan for a new one. Okay? All right, so that's it for the transits. Let's see, what are we at? 25. All right. Let's start with the collective reading. For the 18th through the 23rd. This did come out on the floor. However, let's see what comes out. Messages. For the collective. Okay. Interesting. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Wands, Passionate Adventure. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. There could be some disconnects this week. Maybe things not going as planned, especially things maybe that were planned with others. On the flip side of that, I was getting the other vibe of it as well, the Three of Pentacles upright, which would be maybe it's both. Maybe some things don't go as planned, but there is maybe space to do other things with other people. It's hard to get out. Yeah, I just feel like there's this energy here. What is this? This is so interesting. The Page of Wands in reverse. Hold on, let me just think here. Yeah, you could have been like eager to start something new, but then like it gets hampered by some kind of obstacle or opposition. Yeah, you might be feeling a lack of inspiration or ideas this week. I feel like the Page of Wands in reverse is asking you to take a step back and make a plan. A new plan. And then we've got the Three of Swords in reverse. There could be some old pain coming up. Some old heartbreak. I feel like it's going to be really important that you pay attention to your inner thoughts and your self-talk this week. I feel like there's something that comes up that helps you heal. Or a realization maybe that the circumstances aren't as bad as you thought they were going to be, or not as bad as it could have been. And then, yeah, because the Devil in reverse, I feel like there's some healing taking place. Breaking free from addictions, perhaps. Some kind of freedom from something that was a restraint. Yeah, there's a need to step back here and alleviate any feelings of overwhelm. Okay? Setting priorities and working on like finding a healthier balance in your life will be themes this week. Let's see. Let's get a few more cards here. We've got the Lovers. Yeah, so this there could be a reanalyzing of a relationship this week with the Hangman and the Lovers, and the Lovers coming out on top of this Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like this new approach, this new way of thinking could like definitely inspire healing. And alignment. There's alignment to be had here. It's like, okay, this path didn't work, right? This Three of Pentacles in reverse, it didn't work. But we've got this new path now. We've got our new intentions. We know what direction. That's how it feels. It's like we're headed into breaking free from these constraints that were holding us down. It is a passionate new adventure. Okay, there's ideas that are coming in this week that are going to help you. Make sure that you're taking plenty of time to quiet your mind this week and look for the hidden knowledge within. Okay, that you're carrying within yourself. I feel like you're stepping into this Emperor status this week. It's creating a new foundation. It's creating stability. You are protected is what I'm hearing. Look, what did I just say? It's going to be it's like this is an offer from Spirit that comes through this week because you're listening, because you're taking this new direction. And look at both of these fours standing on top of the High Priestess and the Three of Pentacles. It's rebuilding. It's rebuilding from the ground up, connected to source, to intuition, to your inner realm, your inner knowledge. This is a breakthrough in awareness coming forward. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Wheel of Fortune. This is good luck. And it feels like a closing out. A closing out of a chapter that wasn't serving you, and I just feel like you've learned your lessons, and now there's this newfound stability that's coming. Yeah, it just feels like a big completion, a big closing out. Like you've literally learned your lesson, and now look at this energy that's coming from it. You've been broken open, and now I just see it as like you're so full of light and awareness. There was something that didn't go right. There was a bad investment, and you've seen it. That's how I'm seeing it. You've seen this. You've seen it was a bad investment. You got the King of Cups in reverse. There could be someone that you're dealing with that is emotionally manipulative. You got the King of Swords in reverse. Could be a water sign or air sign for some. But there's an imbalance of the head and the heart in this person. And you see it. Maybe a misuse of power, King of Swords reverse. There's a lack of emotional control here. Could be very manipulative. It's a lot of inner fear. A lot of trauma, a lot of wounding in this in this energy. Okay, so yeah, even though there's this loss or there's this ending, I just see 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's a big closing out. It's a big completion. This energy, you just didn't feel right about it. You didn't think, no, it's not that you didn't feel, you probably didn't feel right about it, but it's logically, you couldn't give any logic to this situation. It just didn't make sense. You're like, nope, not today. You got this breakthrough in awareness that comes forward, breaks you open. Collective. It's a closing out. Yeah, the 9, 10. It's a big closing out. This energy brought you anxiety. It was full of fear and nightmares and trauma and despair. And Page of Swords in reverse. Full of deception. 4 of Wands in reverse. There's a lack of support here. This could be something at home, conflict at home, or someone, like family. And then you come out of here with this new sense of independence. There's this financial independence that's coming as well. This is a personal transformation. It's a disaster averted. Yeah, there's that 3 of Pentacles in reverse again. Okay, so yeah, there was misalignment here. And you're seeing it. You're seeing it. It wasn't balanced. There could be some addictions involved with this person. It's just very extreme, like very noticeable, very recognizable. Let's get some advice here. Let's see, what should we go with for some advice? Let's get some animal spirits. How about that? Yeah, the frog. It's time to detox from this situation and rise again. This is, I feel like this is a very karmic energy. And now you're in this place of, with the bat and the phoenix, of literally rising again. You're adjusting, you're in this period of adjustment, but you're about to rise. You're literally about to rise. Pay attention to your intuition at this time. Okay? The frog is literally cleansing, clearing, healing. Right? It's also this new energy of like new sense of enthusiasm for life. After you cleanse, after you clear, after you get rid of whatever it is, then you're creating this new, this whole new world here. Okay? So there's something here making you realize life's baggage. They're having a realization, and then you're able to adapt. You're able to, you're able to adapt. You're able to move in a new direction. All right, let's get some cards for each of the signs. I'm just going to get a couple of cards for advice for each sign. Let's see, what should we go with? Let's go with, let's go with Queen of the Oracle. I like this deck. This is a deck by Stacey DeMarco. She's one of my favorite creators. All right. Oh, you know what? The Starseed Oracle is standing out too. Maybe I'll get one of each. Okay. Aries. Advice for my Aries. We've got faith. So, yeah, it's really going to to trust at this time, Aries. Oh my gosh, look, you guys, I can't make this shit up. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Yeah, this is an energy. You can literally call on your ancestors to help bring you faith at this time. You can literally just call on the vibration of faith, Aries. You are very protected, and the universe literally has your back. So just allow yourself to fall into Mother Gaia's arms this week. Next up, Taurus. By the way, Aries and Taurus signs are up. Your monthly readings are ready. If you haven't caught them already. All right. Taurus. What advice for Taurus this week? What advice do you have for Taurus this week? Thank you. Oh my God. Are you serious, you guys? I literally just shoveled. What the hell? Somebody could be shoveling. I literally just threw that completely back in the deck and it came right back up again. Okay, so Taurus, same thing. Same thing as Aries. Make sure that you're trusting. You also had two cards that literally jumped out of the deck. Jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change, and earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, take time in nature. I just feel like, I don't know why I'm getting the vibe that somebody's listening to this while they're like shoveling or while they're like outside in the snow. If that's you, drop a comment, let me know. Gemini, advice for Gemini. We got discernment. Make sure that you are really thinking things over this week, Gemini. Let's get a Starseed Oracle. We got Star Ants. I knew Star was coming through, you guys. Your intuition is so freaking high this week, okay? I literally said Star before this card came out. That's how the whole week's been. It's just been crazy. Star Ancestors, hidden secrets, discernment, hidden secrets, Taurus. I'm Gemini, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Could be for a Taurus too. Ancestors, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Yeah, okay, so make sure that you're literally... Why did I just get so confused between Taurus and Gemini? Like, I literally couldn't even remember that I was on Gemini. So you could have some Taurus placements, gems, or there could be some cross watchers. Like, I don't know, something's going on. Let me know if that's you. Yeah, look a little deeper. Use your discernment, because there's something that you're not seeing, Gemini, or there's something confusing, or something, you know what I mean, that's like, you gotta look a little deeper. All right, Cancers. Advice for my Cancers for this week. Oh my gosh, I'm not taking all of those, am I? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're just going to read them real quick. On the bottom, we got wisdom. I should have been saying that for you guys. Nourishment, change, and self-love all came out on the floor. So there's some big changes that are taking place, Cancer, that's going to involve you really loving yourself, taking time for self-love, taking time to be gentle and to nourish yourself. And then we got lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Ooh, there could be some of you guys could be walking in the astral this week, or like your dreams might be very significant, but there's memories and gifts that are coming in, Cancer. And I've been feeling this for us for a while, for it collectively too. Like, we're literally like tapping into these memories. And I talked more about this like last week or the week before, but I just see it as like all of these memories coming in from all these different timelines, and it's just very interesting. Like, it's very familiar, and we're doing a lot of soul healing and karmic clearing at this time as well. So just definitely make sure that you're feeding yourself yummy nutritious foods, and you know, blessing your water and taking time for self-care. Okay, Cancer. Leo. Messages for Leo, or advice for Leo, December 18th through the 21st. We got patience. Darkness had wanted to flip over as well, and there's protection under that. Okay, so Leo, you may need to be a little patient this week. There could be some darkness coming through that might give you a glimpse or show you something about your inner world. I feel like I'm just looking at her, like noticing the moon. The moon is your intuition, and she's holding that red balloon, which to me always gives me kind of like a it vibe, like there's something lurking in the with the darkness card wanting to come out as well. There's something, look, they're both looking at the moon. There's something in, oh my God, and what it looks like they're opposite each other almost, it seems like. They're both looking at the moon. There's some darkness that is definitely, and look at how the candle's reflection right there is like there's light that's gleaming, like there's something being lit up, or there's something like intuitively that you know, but just be patient, okay? On the bottom, the Star Seed Oracle, we got you are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. And it looks like, to me, this reminds me of like spirit activating the earth. Like there's activations coming in from the feminine, the receptive. You're not alone. You are protected. Connect inwards, okay? You may also need physical connection, or feeling like you need, like you're lacking something around physical connection. All right, Virgo. Advice for my Virgos. December 18th. We got beauty, and it did fly out on the floor, which you guys know, to me, that is a reversal. So there could be some type of beauty that you're not seeing, beauty in the unseen, or yeah, that's coming through. There's something, though, that's manifesting fruition around beauty. Maybe you notice something, or maybe you need to notice some beauty around you, okay? Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Yeah, I just feel like there's this connection with Mother Earth here, okay? With your connection to beauty, and maybe noticing beauty for some of you might be really something that could help you. I'm hearing let yourself be seen. All right, advice for Libra for December 18th through the 23rd. Advice for my Libras. Thank you. Oh, you got the trust card. There's something forming. There's something developing here for you, Libra. Trust. Don't doubt now. We got loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms could be coming up. Densities, addiction. Let God in, Libra. Trust that it can happen. There's definitely some fears that you're working towards or working through this time. It's interesting how I'd say it's like towards. But yeah, it's going to be important that you let go and let God this week, okay? Loosen your grip. Watch your coping mechanisms. Okay, there could be a lot of density coming up, but trust that it's being cleared. Trust that you're healing. Set positive intentions. Scorpio. Advice for Scorpio, December 18th through the 23rd. We got self-love came out on the floor. So there could be a need to really love yourself a little more. Be a little gentler with yourself at this time. On the bottom, we've got sovereignty. It's about taking your power back, claiming your sovereignty. I can say that word. And then we got Earth School, life's lessons, Scorpio, soul growth, study higher learning. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like there's a push on your on being gentle with yourself and claiming your power back, taking your power back. Sagittarius. Advice for my Saggies for December 18th through the 21st. We have Purity, came out on the floor as well. On the bottom is that beautiful Faith card. There's a need to clear something out at this time. There's something that I feel like is trying to come back, and that's kind of the collective theme as well, right? It's about gaining your stability through cleansing this week. The star cards, you had 2 of them that came out. The star family card, Saggy, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Call in your star family, Sag. And then the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. That, I actually love the energy of that card. It looks like a portal of it's like it looks like a bursting open almost. Not almost, it does. There's a bursting open. Something is bursting open through you having faith, having patience, and clearing. Okay? Capricorn, advice for my Cappies for December 18th through the 23rd. Thank you. We had the masculine came out in reverse. So there may be a need to let go, Capricorn. Not to stop taking action in a certain direction. And then we got I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. It's going to be a time to reinvent yourself because the direction that you've been moving in, I just feel like Capricorn, there's a need for forgiveness within yourself. There's a feeling of a need to right some past wrongs. However, I just am getting this sense of you need to like really focus on yourself at this time and really go within and you know, integrate like what do you have going on upstairs. I just feel like there's this deepening, this need to deepen a connection within and mental acuity. Okay, yeah, on the bottom we got surrender, Capricorn. There's a need to connect with God here. Meditation is going to be your best friend this week. We are the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Yeah, there's an opportunity for you to renew yourself here. But, you know, there's going to be a need for a lot of questioning. This could be a beautiful new spiritual awakening ahead of you if you allow it to be. Okay, you've got to surrender though. You've got to go within. Aquarius, advice for my Aquarius. December 18th through the 23rd. Thank you. We got beauty. And it came out on the floor in reverse. So you may not be seeing the beauty in something, or you may just, there's something here. I just feel like there's some beauty here that you could be like I can't get it out. Like not seeing. We got trust the timing. Trust the wave that you came in it on. Time is not running out. So if you're feeling like it almost feels like somebody is like saying you need to do something and you're just not feeling it. Yeah, on the bottom there's extremes. So trust your intuition at this time. Trust your connection within. Yeah, you got the love. There could be some codependencies or people like pushing your boundaries right now. You could be really attractive at this time. And I just feel like, I just feel like you could be very attractive at this time, but you're not giving. Like, not saying that you're not giving, I just feel like you're not trying to go in a certain direction. You're trusting your intuition at this time. Okay, I hope that came out right. Stay in the middle path, okay, because there is an opportunity for extremes at this time. You could be I just feel like you're very magnetic, you're very attractive at this time, Aquarius. Pisces. Advice for my Pisces, December 18th through the 23rd. Thank you. We got wisdom. I love the graphics on this card. It looks like she is like just leveling up. She's connecting upwards to her intuition at the same time, integrating knowledge. We got jump in. Andromedan energy keeps coming out, you guys. This energy of Andromeda has been coming up for the past couple days, very strong collectively. But Pisces, it's about adventure and saying yes to change. It's about jumping in, jumping up. There's a leveling up, I just feel like. All right, thank you guys so much for liking the video. If you enjoyed it, just hit the like button. Like, it literally takes 2 seconds and it really helps me out. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this style of reading better than the daily teas. Yeah, if you know somebody that could use this video or that you think might like my work, please feel free to share it out. As always, hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos, and just make sure you're subscribed. Double check. Love you guys.